Good morning, and here we are, straight back at it, 9 hours later, literally bang on 9 hours. It's 6:15 at the moment. We finished last night at 9:15. I know I could have stayed out, and I probably should have stayed out, but I'd rather be home in my bed. It's only a 13-hour shift anyway, so it's not like I've done 15 hours or anything. And hopefully, it's going to be quite a nice day today. Off in the distance, it's trying to be a nice one. It doesn't even feel like I've left. Now the trailer's been switched over, I just need to make sure the load is all nice and secured inside using the internal straps, strap down if needed, and then we could be on our way. Our first delivery point is 34 miles away, 1 hour drive, and it's an 8 o'clock booking. It's a busy one on the M6 South this morning. Right at the start of the rush hour at 7:10. Might have a little bit of a knock-on effect for our 8 o'clock delivery. Luckily though, it is a store delivery, so there's a little bit more leeway there, where if it was a distribution centre, if you arrive more than 30 minutes afterwards, it could get knocked back. But being a store delivery, I don't think they're too fussed, to be honest with you, with time deliveries, etc. So I've got a little bit more grace. Still though, I'd rather be there on time or early instead of late. Thank you very much. Quick flash of the hazards. Go on, mate. I think it's going like this now for the next few miles at least. Get past Woolston Junction, they're rumping up a little bit more. Start slowing down around Lim, and then it'll pick back up, and it should be free flowing after that, right down towards Stoke area. We're coming off before Stoke actually, I'm not too sure what junction it is I'm coming off. But I'm on here for the next 24-25 miles at least. Yep, welcome to the M6 car park. Currently 20 to 8. Still on time to get there for 8 o'clock. And we've got 7 miles still left to go, and we're just about to exit the M6 southbound, Congleton, junction 17. We're going to be following the A roads down to Congleton itself. be there in the next 15 minutes, just over. And following down the A534. House has been Congleton. Used to have one of our clients that was based down in Congleton. We used to make quite regular collections from them. But I do believe they closed down the site and now it's getting knocked down and rebuilt into houses. They used to have a really tight and narrow bridge to access their site. You always felt the trucks were a little bit too big to be going down. Continuing down the A534 and just approaching Congleton now. This is definitely one Tesco Express I would not like to be making a delivery to in a Class 1. That's got to be an awkward one to get in and out of. Unless they turn up like 4 o'clock in the morning or something, really early. Now, the B&M I'm actually making delivery to, I've got a feeling it's going to be on the left hand side on the little retail park. It's the only place I can think of off the top of my head where they might actually have a big B&M. Tesco's. How's the B&M go? It's be round at the back, surely.
Side pedestrian. Side pedestrian.
There we are. So that's no entry there, so that's not going to be the delivery point. Doesn't look like there's access for trucks there either. So maybe around the back it's most likely. Yeah, goods in only. Perfect. Well, that's a bit of a tight gate, isn't it? not a lot of space there whatsoever. I was hoping it would go around a little bit more and up and up into another big yard. See if we can get a spin in that little tiny bit of the yard. That's a nice Volvo. Unfortunately, at times, even myself, I've got to admit a defeat. It's a little bit too tight to get the spin in. I've even took the leads off and I thought I might just be able to get through, but can't. As you can see, the Class 2 truck is struggling as well. So until Halfords is out of the way, I'll give you a little bit of a context now of how small this yard actually is. Bear in mind, this is a wide angle lens that I'm currently filming on. Mr. Outin's has only got one little cart of bread to be delivered. So I said to him, you jump in first, it'll be easier to get you out of the way. Entering Liverpool now on the M62. We're right at the end of the M62 actually. And we'll be following it for the 5080. And going up towards the docks. So it needs to be in that lane. At least we have to sit in all that traffic there to the left. Can be a little bit tricky this junction if you've never been here before. Markings aren't too great on the floor. miles still to go until we're over at the client's destination for the delivery.
Advise you pull over as soon as possible to review the new schedule. The sequence of your current schedule has changed. Advise you pull over as soon as possible to review the new schedule.
That's the office, ladies and gentlemen. Playing about with the PDA. So I did get a collection added on, but sounds like it's been removed now. Just got to keep over to the left for a little bit. I don't have to move over for another 2 miles. Right now, we've arrived, and hopefully I'm going to be going in the right direction, because I don't want to end up in the car park for Asda. And that's the problem with these places. If you've never been to them before, it's trying to find out where the service yard is. And looking on Google Maps, it looks like it should be a right turn on this roundabout. You're welcome. Looks like everybody turned up at once. Anyone else hiding? Right, there is B&M. So that's their service yard just here. Perfect. And on Google Maps, it looks like there's a big roundabout down at the end for a turning circle. So let's spin it round, come back. So be careful at gate. I've got about 3 inches. Ideally, I need that space. Just get round, come on. Come on, you can do it. That's it. Wheel doesn't help with that van park where it is. Sorry, mate. At this place, we've got 6 pallets to come off, and then 12 pallets at the last one. Oh, there you are, mate. 6 pallets of stones. Nice one, mate. Well, that caught me off guard a little bit. Just pulling up, reversing backwards, I can hear somebody banging, going, "Hey, drive, drive." I was like, where's that voice coming from? Like, that must have been somewhere else. Started reversing back at me. Hey, Trev! What the hell is that voice? Turns out to be that guy there. That's job number 2 down. Now on to the 3rd and final delivery for today. I've checked the PDA and we've got 2 collections planned so far. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more. And they're both at Kirby as well, so it's only just off the East Lancs, it's not too bad. I'm going to take up both lanes, turning right, just because I need that little bit more of a swing to get around. Don't fancy leaving myself too short. And you got this fence here just on the right hand side, might just be out of camera view. And I can't sit just in the left lane because I'm turning right at these lights as well, so I need to be in the right lane so I can stay turning right. Oh, there's Anfield in distance. It's a total of 4.5 miles to the next job, 15 minutes drive to get there. And it's over in Bootle. Again, it's another B&M site. And check Google Maps before leaving just now. Just see what the access points are like. Doesn't seem to be too bad, to be fair. He's going right through, isn't he? Yep. I could see that coming off on my own way. Let's try and get over. It's not the best place to be parking, is it? I've got a delivery van at the end, so let's get moved over. I've been there, I've done that before, making residential deliveries. Pretty much done it all in the past when I was younger. I've done B&Q with kitchens, Rico with printers. I used to have like a little driver's mate, or the fitter used to be with me. So we drive 7.5 tonner up to Newcastle. And then we're delivering printers and installing them for the office staff. Wasn't a bad job, that, to be fair. And then with Curry's 7.5 tonne again. Used to make deliveries with what they call now, like range ovens, dishwashers, washing machines. Used to make quite a bit of money on tips with them, to be fair. bit of a tight roundabout this bit as well. Just got to be careful with that car that's creeping in between myself and the fencing. Just over a mile left to go. Nice blue and white Scania across the way. We've all got lane closed by the looks of it. That's what's causing all this traffic. Time, mate. Our delivery point is on the left hand side, just further up this road. Luckily it's on this side of the carriageway and not the other side. I couldn't see too clear whether there's actually two lanes here or not, so I'm going to stay in the right lane, left indicator on, just so I've got a nice big swing to get around this corner. Then our delivery point is straight ahead. Looking at Google Maps, I think it's the one right down at the end. Yep, there we are. That should do me there. That's the last delivery made. Now carefully reverse all the way back down this lot. And hopefully there should be enough space just to spin it round where these bins are. I'm just staking the trailer a little bit as well because I've got a few plastic, look like barriers on the passenger side. So I'm staking it a little bit so I can get a good view in both sides of the mirrors. There's plenty of space there for us. That is now break taken care of, and before I do forget, I'd like to say a big happy birthday to one of my subscribers, Adam. All the best, mate. I hope you had a great day. Arrived at the first collection at Knowsley. Need to give it a quick spin in the yard. The axles to get past. First collection completed and arriving at job number 2. And what a small world it is. The FLT driver, where I'm just getting loaded up now for the one pallet, Mr. Dixon. Thank you very much, mate, for a very quick reload, and also thanks for watching the videos. I really appreciate it, dude. Have a good day. And our next job is 35 miles away over at Chester, looking about a 45-minute drive to get there. Job over at Chester is a nice and easy one to get to. I've been there several times and I don't really need the sat nav to get there, to be fair. I just like to use the sat nav as an ETA on getting there, on arrival times, etc. So the office phone me up and go, "Alright Darren, how long do you gotta be before you're at Chester?" I'll be like, look at the sat nav. Come on girl, get up. Struggle a little bit to get up, but like 45 minutes off, mate. Got about 25 miles left. That's one of the good things about sat navs, instead of using the A to Zs. Oh, the poor Aphrodite struggled getting up that little hill then. I've not even got a heavy load on. To get down to Chester, we're going to go straight down the M57, right down to the end, drive past Widnes, through Runcorn, cross that Runcorn bridge onto the M56, and then hit that straight down pretty much to the end as well. Overall, it's been quite a good day today, nice and sunny. Always puts you in a better mood as well. A little spring in your step, I suppose you could say. And welcome to Wales. A quick little visit to Wales. It might only be for about 3 miles. Always seems a little bit nicer on this side of the border though, between me and you. And driving past the old MOD base. I say old MOD base, I'm not too sure if it's still in operation or not. There's a few cars around, but the barracks section here looks as if nature's taking it back. Let's just say that. looks a little bit derelict. So I presume that section is not in operation anymore. Not too sure what they're going to be using it for in the future. If you've got any questions about the vlog, let me know down below in comments. I'll try my best to answer as much as I can, or anything about HGV driving in general. One of the popular questions I do get though is, what would you do if you're a new pass looking for work? Biggest advice I could give anybody is, one, don't give up. There is work out there, and it is a hard thing to get your foot in the door with, as everywhere requires like 2 years experience or something. So you can't be too picky at first, but go around with your CV and physically hand it in to businesses in your area. That always works out the best for me, and that's what I find the best way to work as well. A lot of people might not actually be looking for drivers, but if you're handing the CV, you can look what their premises actually look like, then decide whether you actually want to work for that business or not. 2, you get to have a little chat with the transport manager or supervisors what are in charge. You get a little bit of a feel for their personality, if they're going to be basically on your level or not, if you go get along with them. And then if you've got your CV handed into the businesses, when a job might come up in 6 weeks time, your CV could be on their desk still, or in the top of their drawer, and they go, oh wait a minute, instead of going on Indeed, they're going through all of these different candidates, I'll give this CV a call instead. And that's what I did with SSO. When I was looking for work at the time, went round, handed my CV in, got a call a few days later asking if I could come down for an interview, and then the rest is history. Here we are. Honestly, don't let it get you down. You go get lots and lots of knockback, but eventually something will come up. It might not be the ideal job for you, it might not be anything what you expected of it, but however, just stick with it, get your experience, and then you can start being a little bit more pick and choose to what you want to do for type of role when it comes to driving. What is that smell? It smells like burning rubber. No, not that. It's a little bit like epoxy resin. I don't know if it's all this clouded bit I'm just driving into, but something just whiffed right up my nose. I'm trying to make sure it's not me, I'm just sniffing up. Yeah, it smells a bit like, more like fire. I hope it's not me if it's fire. I hope it's one of these farms around here. Might be burning stuff and I just got a whiff of their smoke. It kind of threw me off that then. Yeah, it's gone now. Must have been a farmer burning something. My word, can they get a big enough flag? There's a huge, you might be able to see it on the way back. In the building site, well, not building site, it's like compost place to the left. They've got like a 150-foot flag flying in the yard. Fair play to them, like, it's good to see a bit of pictures of them. We're nearly there, only a mile to go. time is just approaching 2 o'clock. Dandies, that's the one. There we go, back into England. That was a short visit to Wales. What an absolutely beautiful day it's turned out to be. Can't wait for the summer. I don't know about you, but I've got a feeling it's going to be a really hot summer this year. Let me know down below, do you think it will go past the 40 degrees what it did last year? That's the collection over at Chester, all completed. 24 pallets in total loaded. That's throughout all the collections I've done this afternoon. To get back to our yard over at Ashton, where I've got to drop everything off. Looking just over an hour's drive to get there. Not too sure in mileage because I've not got the sat nav loaded up, but it's far. We're pretty much going the same way we came. Come out of this estate, hit a left, pay a little visit to Wales, and then jumping onto the M56, onto the M6, and then we're coming off at, I think it's junction 25 for Wigan. Now we're being 3 o'clock, might be a little bit more busier on the way home than what it was coming. Back into Wales we go, and you might be able to see it off right in the distance, the huge 75-foot Welsh flag just flying in the middle of the field to the right. And on the left I can see loads of black smoke. That's the stuff I smelt on the way down, so it's not my truck, which is always a good thing. I do wish I'd kind of done a few more runs into Wales, same for up Scotland as well. Who knows, one day we might even be able to do a run into Ireland. But it reminds me actually, I need to get my passport sorted out before we can do any of that. Got a big convoy on the other side, police have stopped on the road to let it all through. Looked a bit like prefab offices. 2 motorbike cops at the start with the lights on. Then you had about 3 or 4 trucks with the prefabs on the back taking over 2 or 3 lanes. Then 2 police cars right at the back. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Being one of them drivers. Departing the M56 and now entering the M6 car park. Going back northbound. Oh, it does not look good, does it? I told you it'd be a little bit more busy at the moment. Currently 3:30. I'm hoping it's just congestion and not an accident. There's been quite a few accidents around this part in the last few days. We had an accident, I think it was quite a bad one as well to be fair, on the M62 by St Helens Junction. There's a couple of accidents down here not too long ago. Kind of thinking I should have stayed in that left lane as well. I reckon it'll clear up though when we get past the slit road where the actual services are. Let's get in that lane. That's part of the job though. Luckily I'm hourly paid. At least it's moving. It's just hit 10 to 4 now. Now we're not too far from our depot in Ashton. It's a little bit easier, especially this time of day, to come off at the Wigan junction and work my way down instead of coming off at Haydock and then going up. Just get through Ashton town centre itself can be fairly busy. Especially between 3 and 4:30 at least. Actually even 5 o'clock it gets busy around there as well. Fairly busy, quiet actually. It's normally a little bit more busier at this time of day around here. Time is now 4:10 and we're ready to call it a day. Well, as soon as it's been unloaded anyway. I've just got driving there. There's 4 guys what are on the forks already waiting for me actually, so I need to hurry up and get inside. But that's a little bit better on the old eyes, not getting blinded by the sun that's out there. It's pretty bright at the moment. And I know, before anybody says, it's the sun. It's going to be bright if you're looking at it. I know. And on that note, I am going to call it a day on the video. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like, comment and subscribe if you are new. Thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you again next time. As always, keep safe, keep on trucking. Bye for now.